what we have to do now is educate the black majority who were oppressed for over 300 years that they've got the power to put politics in power and power to remove them.
Yes.
I am more urged by us educating a South African. First, we have to educate the Gogo that there is no African National Congress of Nelson Mandela anymore.
No.
It's changed.
Gone.
Okay, so when you go to vote, Gogo, you're not voting for Nelson Mandela. Asaliu, he's not there anymore. Right? Number two, when the political party does not serve you, get them out. Get them out. And put people who are able to serve you. And if those ones don't serve you too, get them out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's the beauty of democracy, is that when they don't serve you as the majority, get them out. But I think we've been so conditioned to be obedient. We get conditioned to be obedient that we don't realize we've got the power to put power in place and power to remove power. And I think it's not anger, it's a sense of urgency towards the people that I feel that we need to educate our people, because our people have been asleep for a very long time. And while our people are sleeping, the black government made it comfortable for oppressors to maintain and hold up their privilege. That's what happened. Chris Hani believed in justice, not coddling the oppressor. And unfortunately, there were those who wanted to coddle the oppressor instead of giving the black majority justice.
If you know the biggest abomination that is happening in this country is that there's still prisoners that are still in prison. That Azanian People's Liberation Army, who had also left this country to come back and liberate it, were taken out of the negotiations because they were going to come back and preach black consciousness. And black consciousness cannot work in a democracy which protects white privilege. It can't. And those guys to this day, the ANC government is still allowing them to rot in jail, and they haven't been forgiven like all of the other prisoners, the MK, were taken out of jail. That's how sick these people are.
And then we ask ourselves, why is it that we're still in a country that we allow for Oranje to exist? Why? Let me take it a step further. Those who committed apartheid crimes, why were they never arrested? We had an entire Truth and Reconciliation Commission. In the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, there were dockets that were then devised, right? There were cases that were then filed, right? I think over 200 or so dockets or 300 dockets that were filed. They were ready for prosecution by the National Prosecuting Authority, right? They weren't ready because you were gathering evidence from the families, from the testimonies. That's why we had a TRC. What happened to those documents? What happened to the cases that were supposed to prosecute the oppressors or the instigators of apartheid? Where are the dockets? And the white people do not take away those dockets. Don't
Still won't release them.
Why aren't we releasing the dockets that show who were the instigators of apartheid?
Who are those? They are even those that came forth that did not go to the TRC, but gave information that said, I don't want to be in front of the TRC, and they then went back door and spoke about what happened and what they did, right? And those cases are still there.
Why? And I can't blame the racist. The racist is there for self-preservation. You cannot ask the racist to change, okay? That's there for self-preservation. Which black person or black leader sold us out? Who? Which black leader sold us out? So much so that those who killed our parents, our people, the blood that is watered down, the blood that flows in this country is too much. Which black leader saw the blood that flowed and said, I still choose to protect these ones that oppressed us? Did that?
We'll never know that answer. We will never ever know that answer, because I believe it's the people that are still even in power right now.